is one of the world's largest and most advanced global subsea and terrestrial networks, covering 700,000 kilometers and encircling the globe more than 17 times. In India, there are large opportunities to digitally cater to the needs of education, healthcare, agriculture, energy, water, transportation, and defense. I'm glad to see that the Digital India vision embraces many of these fields. The Tata Group has been active in many of these areas. TCS, in partnership with the Government of India, has transformed the citizens' experience through national-level e-governance programs such as Passport Seva and the income tax e-filing. State projects such as MP Online, Maha Online, AP Online have enabled citizens, even in remote locations, to access government services. TCS's ION platform is a tool for online education as well as assessment. And TCS's adult literacy program today touches over 250,000 citizens. Our M-Krishi Rural Services Delivery Program provides customized advice from experts within Tata Chemicals and Rallis to over 100,000 farmers, which we hope to upscale to 10 million farmers by 2020. TCS Class Edge is our digital instructional solution, which enables teachers to deliver high quality of education in classrooms. Today, it impacts 1 million students, and we target that to impact 10 million students by 2025. The investments by the government and industry in digital technologies should enable both the creation of jobs and the skilling of people needed for tomorrow's jobs. The government has another crucial role to play in these times of rapid change. Policy frameworks and regulations must evolve rapidly in areas ranging from digital infrastructure to digital currencies, or we risk keeping pace with the speed of evolution of these new technologies and the impact that they will have on our lives. With a strong market, a large talent pool, and a culture of frugal innovation, India has all the ingredients to become a global driver of the digital economy. I would like to congratulate the government under the leadership of Shri Narendra Modi on this important initiative and commit Tata Group's wholehearted participation in making this the century of Indian innovation. Thank you very much.
I now request Mr. Azim Premji, Chairman Wipro Limited, to share his ideas with us.
Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. ICT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad, people on the dais and friends. The vision of the Prime Minister for Digital India is a very powerful one. It is for the first step forward for us as a country as it aims to empower every single citizen with the power of technology. The program has 3 tenets: digital infrastructure for every citizen, a government services on demand, that digital empowerment of citizens, and digital empowerment of citizens. Together, these will democratize access to information and break down the digital divide of our country. There will be a significant step forward in achieving equity amongst the nation. Done right, the impact of having 1.2 billion citizens connected and with access to citizenship services, utilities, financial inclusion, healthcare, and education can be completely transformational in nature. The idea of education of IT plus IT is equal to IT, that is, Indian talent plus Indian information technology will lead to India of tomorrow, has become a staple mantra within the IT industry and enthuses all of us in going forward. While this vision is simple, it is critical to ensure the availability and affordability of these services at the doorstep of every citizen. Whether these be in education, health, financial services, and governance or entrepreneurship and innovation, it is also equally important to ensure that each citizen has access to these facilities transparently and at an affordable cost. This obviously throws up significant challenges, particularly in our country with a very diverse population, different levels of literacy, very far-flung areas, and different languages. Further, the degree of skill of our manpower leaves much to be desired, and this will have to be significantly stepped up to gain access to these services. We have been very involved in the digital revolution right since its beginning, and we have executed many projects in this field. We have also invested significantly in research and development to become cutting edge vis-a-vis the services which we have to offer in the future. I would like to quickly speak about one major project which we instituted for the Employee State Cooperation, which was enunciated by the Labour Ministry. The program is focused on digitizing the entire healthcare system chain across the country for small and medium enterprises. It is the world's largest healthcare information system and delivers around 23 kinds of services to over 50 million citizens. The system has significantly improved the efficiency and the delivery and availing of healthcare across the country. Prime Minister, we as Wipro are committed to work with the government in terms of whatever is required in terms of resources and people to make this digitization of India a success. With this, I would like to conclude by quoting Vivekananda. Whatever you think that you will be, if you think yourself weak, you will be weak. If you think yourself strong, strong you will be. Thank you.
थैंक यू। और अब हम मिस्टर कुमार मंगलम बिरला, चेयरमैन आदित्य बिरला ग्रुप, आपसे निवेदन करते हैं कि कृपया अपने उद्गार व्यक्त करें।
Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, distinguished ministers, ladies and gentlemen, Digital India holds truly exciting possibilities. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has articulated a bold vision of our digital future, which reflects his clairvoyance and his futuristic thinking. We heartily applaud today's momentous launch of the Prime Minister's Digital India initiative. At the Aditya Birla Group, we have been involved in digitization in several ways. First, we forayed into the telecom sector more than 20 years ago. I see our telecom company, Idea Cellular, as a partner in creating the infrastructure for Digital India. Our investments in the telecom industry have been in excess of $15 billion, wherein we have laid 100,000 kilometers of fiber and have a network of over 150,000 cell sites. To further improve this digital infrastructure, we plan to invest an additional $7 billion over the next 5 years in areas such as network rollout and enhancement, broadband implementation, and Wi-Fi deployment. And all of this will lay the foundation for the future growth of digitally enabled sectors and services. Our reach in terms of Idea subscribers connected to a digital world exceeds 165 million people across 350,000 towns and villages in India. With this great reach comes great opportunity and responsibility as well. We aim to leverage this vast network to provide mobile-based healthcare and education services, and also we will provide services such as weather forecasting, advisories, and mandi prices to over 1 million farmers through this digital network. We also look forward to launch a mobile wallet and a payment bank that will seamlessly integrate our businesses in 3 sectors, those of telecom, financial services, and retail, bringing together a combined customer base of over 200 million across all strata of society. Second, we have plans to invest over $2 billion in the next 5 years in projects falling within the ambit of the Digital India Initiative, such as electronic manufacturing, energy storage, Internet of Things, and the development of smart cities. In fact, we are even now firming up plans to develop a digitally enabled township of 100 acres in a suburb of Mumbai. This will be our first such foray, with hopefully many more to follow. And third, we are launching a new initiative to partner and mentor entrepreneurs to commercialize their digitally enabled product or service. This, we believe, will provide an opportunity over the next 5 years to more than 10,000 entrepreneurs, potentially creating over 1 million new jobs. With our investments in the digital economy will continue to increase, we believe that our success should also be measured by their impact in terms of the number of lives that we can impact and touch. In addition to our Digital India initiatives, we also intend to build a digital Bharat Connect by leveraging our CSR network. Our community initiatives reaches to nearly 10 million people across 2,500 of the poorest villages of India every year. We aim to leverage this reach to launch digitization initiatives over the next few years in services such as education, healthcare, microfinance, and crop and soil management cost effectively and in real time. Once again, I compliment our Prime Minister for launching this historic initiative and pledge our full support to make it hugely successful. Thank you.
May I request all the esteemed dignitaries who are going to speak today to kindly sum up their speech in 2.5 minutes, please. Now I request Dr. Bernard Gervert, CEO Airbus Defence and Space, to kindly speak on this grand occasion.
Honourable Prime Minister, distinguished ministers, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honoured to be here at this outstanding occasion. We at Airbus sincerely believe that your government initiatives of Digital India is set to revolutionize the Indian economy, thereby promoting the actual intent to develop society both inclusively and rapidly. In a country with tremendous pent-up resources and energy, we believe digitalization is on fertile grounds to unleash considerable forces and fast forward Indian society and its economy efficiency. At Airbus Group, world leader in Airbus Defence and Space, we are well placed to testify that the free flow of people with airplanes or of information and data digitally is critical to energize the economy, ensuring welfare and providing security and sovereignty. For instance, India's plan to introduce high-throughput satellites in Ka-band is, in my opinion, an excellent way to rapidly allow the entire country to access communication infrastructure and thereby bridging the digital divide. Just like the introduction of low-cost carriers has democratized air travel, digitalization will bring tremendous benefits, simplify lives, and economic efficiency. We, as the Airbus Group, with all our employees around the world, but in particular with our people here in India, we support highly talented human resources, and we believe on significant growth potential of the high technology industry here in India. And with the reforms of your government, we are absolutely convinced that you make it fly, in our word, this digitalization initiative, and not only to make it fly, to make it here in India. And we as a group are committed to support your government and the industry here in India to realize it. And again, it's a pleasure for me to be here at this stage. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू सो मच। अब हम आग्रह करते हैं मिस्टर सुनील भारती मित्तल, चेयरमैन भारती एंटरप्राइजेज आपसे, कि कृपया अपने विचार व्यक्त करें।
Honorable Prime Minister, sir, honorable ministers, distinguished guests, my industry friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly my privilege, sir, here to participate in this fantastic initiative, Digital India, an initiative which has the power to transform this country in the shortest possible time frame. Who better to lead this initiative than our own very popular and beloved Prime Minister, Shri Modi, who is a digitally native Prime Minister, perhaps a handful of leaders around the globe, who understands and is comfortable with technology, an avid user of Facebook, Twitter, a person who has set the trends of selfies. He understands the power of technology. He understands how this can transform this nation. He understands how this can connect the length and breadth of this country in the shortest possible time frame. So we are truly blessed that you have picked up digital initiative as one of your key pillars. I am a product of technology. I'm a product of digital India in the early days, right from 1983-84. I have seen the power of what technology has done in this country and what it can do in the future. A lot has been done. Most of the countries today covered with a radio signal. Most of the people have voice connectivity. And what you are doing today by launching Digital India is to ensure that we build on what is already a fantastic and a very vibrant network established in India, to take it to the next level of connecting every citizen of India on a broadband network. We saw in the presentation the powerful display of various array of services, e-governance, e-health, e-education. In the absence of hard infrastructure in our country, which is bound to take some more years, this is the only way to deliver services from the government to the society. We at Airtel are fully committed to stand behind this vision, a company which has the pride today of being the only Indian company to be globally feted and be the third largest mobile company in the world. Sir, makes this commitment to you today that we will make a very meaningful contribution to your initiative of Digital India. We commit to spend in excess of 100,000 crores in the next 5 years. That's $16 billion. This will be spent to build further and deeper infrastructure in both urban and rural areas, taking 4G to the masses, ensuring that we have e-health, e-education in every village, collaborating with various manufacturers around the world to ensure we start manufacturing in this country at the most affordable prices and reduce the burden of electronic imports in this country. I am very excited, Honorable Prime Minister, sir, because we are being led today into a new age, into a new era that will deliver this country ahead of every other country in the world, because we have the means, we have the science, we have the technology. Perhaps what was missing was a robust, dynamic leadership, and in you, sir, we have that today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Anil Agrawal, Chairman Vedanta Resources and Sterlite Technologies Limited, आपसे भी हम आग्रह करते हैं कि आप भी कुछ कहें.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, माननीय गृह मंत्री और वित्त मंत्री श्री अरुण जेटली जी, केंद्रीय मंत्री रविशंकर प्रसाद जी और सभी साथियों, मैं पूरे वेदांता परिवार की ओर से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को डिजिटल इंडिया के अभियान के पहल में बधाई देना चाहता हूं. भारत सरकार, प्रधानमंत्री जी, जब जब सरकार ने इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट पर, लोकल एंटरप्रेन्योर पर, हमारे स्टेट यूनिट पर विश्वास किया है, उन्होंने डिलीवरी की है. चाहे सॉफ्टवेयर का सेक्टर हो, टेलीकॉम का सेक्टर हो, फार्मा सेक्टर हो, ऑटो सेक्टर हो, पावर सेक्टर हो, वर्ल्ड क्लास के यूनिट लगाए हैं, वर्ल्ड में नाम किया है. आगे आने वाले दिनों में भी मैं आपको विश्वास दिला सकता हूं कि जिस क्षेत्र में आप हम लोगों पर विश्वास करेंगे, हम पूरी तरह से उसमें कायम होंगे और अच्छी तरह से उतरेंगे. स्टरलाइट टेक्नोलॉजी ऑप्टिकल फाइबर बनाती है. पूरे हिंदुस्तान में हमारे तीनों चीफ आर्मी के यहां पे मौजूद हैं. हम लोगों ने एक बहुत बड़ा काम कर रहे हैं जम्मू एंड कश्मीर में, जिसमें कि हम डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत पूरे जम्मू कश्मीर को डिफेंस के अंडर में उसको फाइबर नेटवर्क से कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं. बहुत जिम्मेवारी का काम है. बहुत मेरे को खुशी है इस काम को हमारी कंपनी पूर्ण कर रही है. हमने डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत एक और पहल की. 13 लाख बालवाड़ी, जिसका नाम हम नंद घर रखना चाहते हैं, हिंदुस्तान में हैं. और उन नंद घर में आंगनवाड़ी जो 13 लाख हैं, उनमें करीब करीब 12 करोड़ बच्चे, जिसमें 6 करोड़ बच्चे अंडर प्रिविलेज हैं, उनको ई शिक्षा, उनको कनेक्टिविटी डिजिटल के माध्यम से दी जाए. इसके बारे में स्टरलाइट ने पहल की और हमने एक प्रोटोटाइप उसका दिल्ली के पास में हमने लगाया, जिसमें कि आधे टाइम में बच्चों को ई शिक्षा, बच्चों को इंफॉर्मेशन दी जाएगी और आधे टाइम में स्किल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द वुमेन के बारे में पहल की जाएगी. अगर ये पूरा का पूरा काम डिजिटल इंडिया के माध्यम से, फाइबर टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से पूरे हिंदुस्तान में किया जाए, तो हर लेडीज को कुछ न कुछ वो अपने हाथ से कमा सकेगी और हर बच्चे को खाने पीने, उसकी हेल्थ एंड उसके एजुकेशन की देखभाल हो सकेगी और वो सारा काम डिजिटल इंडिया के माध्यम से किया जा सकेगा. ऑप्टिकल फाइबर इज ए ग्लास प्रोडक्ट. हमने रविशंकर प्रसाद जी, जो मैं बिहार का हूं, वो हमारे बिहार से आते हैं, मेरी जिम्मेवारी बनती थी कि किसी न किसी तरह से कोई न कोई बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट जो माने रखता है उसको अनाउंस किया जाए। उसके तहत हमने, जो कि नेचुरल एक्सटेंशन है, हम लोग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक में, जिसमें कि $100 बिलियन का इंपोर्ट हर साल इंडिया में होता है। ये हमारा दुर्भाग्य है कि हिंदुस्तान में $650 बिलियन का इंपोर्ट करते हैं। वो सारा का सारा इंपोर्ट जो हम लोग हिंदुस्तान में हर चीज यहां बना सकते हैं, उसी माध्यम से ये इसमें हमने पहल की। और हमने टेक्नोलॉजी के अंडर में, डिजिटल इंडिया के अंदर में LCD पैनल फैब बनाने का निर्णय लिया है, जिसमें करीब 40,000 करोड़ रुपए की लागत आएगी और 50,000 लोग एम्प्लॉयड करेंगे और 20% इलेक्ट्रॉनिक का इंपोर्ट शायद कम हो। बहुत खुशी लगती है, नंदघर, LCD पैनल, कश्मीर में नेटवर्क करना। मेरे को 2.5 मिनट दिया गया है, शायद मैं ज्यादा बोल गया। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you. Now I invite Mr. Ping Cheng, CEO, Delta Electronics INC, to kindly speak on this momentous occasion.
His Excellency, Honorable Sharan Narada Modi, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to attend and witness the grand launch of the Digital India campaign. I would like to extend my gratitude to the government of India for this opportunity. India will become the fourth largest economy in the world by 2020, and the Digital India program is a concerted effort to implement a visionary approach toward this goal. It is encourages drive to build a sustainable future for the nation. I believe Delta India will have the role to contribute to the realization of the vision. Delta has been the world's #1 power supply manufacturing company since 2002. We also build power infrastructure for data centers and the major transportation projects, and the strong in industrial automation to enable smart manufacturing. Delta actively invests in renewable energy to foster a sustainable future for mankind. On the strength of our technology, Delta is devoted to provide innovative, clean, and energy-efficient solutions for a better tomorrow. With more than a decade of presence here, Delta India has become the largest local telecommunication power system provider. We have accomplished beyond our expectation in India, and I believe India will continue to hold a huge potential for Delta Group. Delta India is proud to announce that we will increase our presence in India for future investment into electronics manufacturing. We are looking to invest $500 million over the next 10 years, helping to generate employment for India's multi-skilled talents. That's expected to create over 20,000 new jobs. As India works to develop its goals with this visionary Digital India program, Delta is with you. Let us be smarter, greener together to create a better and prosperous India. Thank you.
हमारे बीच में मिस्टर अनिल अंबानी, चेयरमैन रिलायंस ग्रुप मौजूद हैं। हम चाहते हैं कि वो भी अपने विचार रखें।
Good afternoon. Most respected Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi and distinguished guests. It's a matter of great personal honor for me to be present here today on this very special occasion. As many of you know, the great India story has been powered by the three long-term drivers: democracy, demographics, and demand. A little over a year ago, we added a fourth D, which is perhaps even more important, that is decisiveness. With Narendra Bhai assuming charge as Prime Minister, we inaugurated a new era in our nation's history of visionary and decisive leadership. Today, we have gathered here to add yet another D, another unique dimension to that story, the launch of the Prime Minister's vision of a digital India. It is an initiative that has the power to connect, to bridge, to integrate us as a nation like never ever before, even as we build our physical infrastructure. We all know that our Prime Minister is already India's greatest and amongst the world's most popular leaders in the digital space. With over 80 lakh followers on Twitter and over 3 times that number, or 2.5 crore followers on Facebook. In other words, Digital India carries the signature of a leader whose name is synonymous with the transformational power of connectivity and communication. As the head of a leading Indian and world player in the integrated and converged telecommunications space, it gives me immense personal pride to be at the heart of this new initiative. A crucial precondition for the success of Digital India is the availability of unlimited cloud computing power, the building block of which is data centers. The Reliance Group today is India's largest provider of data center facilities with a total capacity of over 600,000 square feet spread across the country. Our 11 data centers connected by India's largest terrestrial fiber network and the world's largest submarine cable, subsea cable infrastructure already constitute a vital core of India's digital backbone. With our plans to double our data center capacity to 1.2 million square feet in the next few years, we are set to play a critical role in the success of Digital India. I am pleased to announce that we will achieve full deployment of our next generation content and cloud delivery network by the end of this year with what is a first for India, 5 fully operational cloud exchange points. These exchange nodes can help government departments access 240 times the amount of compute power currently available in government data centers and over 6 times the high-speed storage currently available in India. This network will have the ability to scale up 100% every 90 days as the Digital India initiative gathers momentum and becomes a part of the daily lives of millions of Indians. We have committed to invest nearly rupees 10,000 crores over the next few years to fund these transformational initiatives across the digital cloud and telecom space. Let me end by touching upon a key futuristic element of the Prime Minister's digital vision, a digital locker for every citizen. Me, personally, have already signed up for this today. It will be my effort now to persuade others in our group and the larger Reliance family to come forward and enroll. We will also launch innovative schemes to encourage each and every of our 300 million customers across our various businesses, that is 1 in every 4 Indians, to secure their own digital lockers. Together, we commit to deliver Shri Narendra Bhai Modi's vision of Digital India, fully empowering our over 1.2 billion fellow countrymen. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Mr. Pavan Munjal, Chairman, MD and CEO, Hero Motor Corporation Limited, आपसे भी आग्रह है कि अपने विचार रखें.
Shri Narendra Bhai Ji Modi, Honorable Prime Minister of India, distinguished ministers and officers of the Government of India, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. We from the Hero Group come from a background which is that of engineering, bicycles and motorcycles. Clearly, we have been prompted to make a foray into this new industry for us, the electronic industry, knowing that by 2020, the import of the electronic industry will be bigger than the oil import bill of the country. And also seeing the Prime Minister's Digital India vision and the backing, not just the Prime Minister, but the whole of the Government of India is giving to the Digital India program, we've clearly decided to make substantial investments over the next few years behind the Digital India program. On behalf of the Hero Group, today on the launch of the Digital India program, I dedicate the Hero Group behind this program and behind the Prime Minister's vision to digitize the nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now I invite Mr. Mikio Katayama, Vice Chairman, NIDAC Corporation, to kindly share his valuable thoughts with us.
Konnichiwa. Your Excellency Prime Minister Modi, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen, it is such a great honor for me to invite to this Digital India program, which is a significant event to the future of India. I'm very pleased to address a speech on behalf of Shigenobu Nagamori, CEO of NIDEC Corporation. NIDEC is the world's #1 comprehensive motor manufacturer with sophisticated motor technology. Our electronically controlled high-efficiency motors save up to 70% of the power needed for conventional AC motors. Today, motors are believed to consume 50% of power generated in the world. NIDEC's electronic motors can save power especially in the home appliance, industrial, and agricultural areas, which accelerating the digitalization of various products. In addition, this electronic motors has a future of connecting to the internet. We can provide new solutions through the Internet of Things technology, or IoT. One of such products is solar-powered irrigational pumps for agriculture. IoT will enable pumping water systems to detect mechanical troubles automatically and improve agricultural productivity significantly. We are currently discussing the future of this product with the government of India. If this project turns successful, India will be the very first country that will introduce this product in the world. NIDEC is not merely a system integrator, but also an innovator that offers user solutions that makes this Digital India program a big success and help establish a better life for the people of India. So far, as our business plan is concerned, we plan to invest $1 billion, build at least 5 factories, and employ 25,000 people or more in India in the next 10 years. And I therefore strongly believe that NIDEC will be able to make significant contributions to the Indian economy. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity for me to speak to all of you. Thank you.
और अब मैं आग्रह करती हूँ मिस्टर हरिओम राय, चेयरमैन एंड मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर लावा इंटरनेशनल लिमिटेड आपसे कि आप भी अपने उद्गार रखें.
Honorable Prime Minister, ministers at the dais, ladies and gentlemen, it's a deep pleasure to be here. Behind every problem or all complex problems of the world, there are simple solutions, very simple solutions. But it takes the leader's vision to look at those solutions. Because सरल जो है वो आसान नहीं है, सरल बड़ा कठिन है. तो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो 3 मिशन इस कंट्री के लिए रखे हैं सामने, मेक इन इंडिया, स्किल इंडिया और डिजिटल इंडिया, ये तीनों मिशन इस देश के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हैं और इस देश की सारी समस्याओं का समाधान है. और इसमें लावा की तरफ से हम बहुत मन से इसमें जुड़े हुए हैं. ईश्वर के वरदान से हम ऐसे क्षेत्र में हैं जो तीनों मिशन से जुड़ा हुआ है. We are in the smartphone industry and we are doing manufacturing, and we are also skilling people to come into manufacturing and manufacture for this country. We have been importing products for the last 5 years into this country, and it was a surprise to me to notice that in the last 1 year that we have started manufacturing here, we are able to manufacture products whose failure rates are better than China. I'm really, really proud of these Indian people who can really do great products for our country. Every year there are about 12 million people who are there to be employed, and it is not possible for a handful of companies to employ 12 million people. प्रधानमंत्री जी की बात मुझे याद है, साहब ने जब कहा था कि जब देश आजाद हुआ था तो गांधी जी ने जो मिशन दिया था, गांधी जी ने स्वतंत्रता का, उससे वो जन आंदोलन बन गया था. और आज हमारे देश को जन आंदोलन की जरूरत है. ये डिजिटल इंडिया एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जो रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट से जोड़ सकता है और करीब 1.25 करोड़ लोग जो एम्प्लॉयड होने हैं, जो समस्या का समाधान है हमारे देश का, उसमें बहुत बड़ा योगदान दे सकता है. लावा इंटरनेशनल की तरफ से हम रोज प्रधानमंत्री जी के मिशन के लिए जीते हैं. हम साहब ने बोला था कि स्वतंत्रता से पहले बहुत से लोगों को इस देश के लिए मरने का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ, लेकिन हमें देश के लिए जीना है. मैं यहां बोलता हूं कि हम लावा में, और आप सबसे आग्रह करता हूं कि देश के लिए हमें जीना है और बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे एंटरप्राइज क्रिएट करने हैं, क्योंकि ये 1-8 लाख लोग, हम लावा में 1 लाख लोगों को रोजगार जरूर देंगे, ऐसा हमारा दृढ़ प्रयत्न है और कर्तव्य है. और आप सभी लोगों से मुझे लगता है कि द मोस्ट क्रिटिकल थिंग is of creating an entrepreneurs here. In Lawa, we have created an environment wherein we have entrepreneurs within the organization. And that's what I'm expecting from all the people of this country, to create entrepreneurs. Believe me, it was a surprise for me to see the kind of manufacturing. You know, we are better in productivity in such a short span of time in this country, better than China. It was a big surprise for me. All these problems have great opportunities. I sincerely believe, and I request all of you, the investors, to come and invest in this country. It has huge potential to give back much bigger investments, you know, in the next 10 years, after 10 years. And I believe that our great Prime Minister, our leader, is here, you know, and I don't want to be more time between him. I think, thank you very much. Jai Hind.
थैंक यू सो मच। माननीय वित्त मंत्री श्री अरुण जेटली जी ने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के विजन और मिशन को स्वयं रुचि लेकर नियत समय में अपने लक्ष्य तक पहुंचाया। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की पहल फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन को उल्लेखनीय रूप से सफलता के द्वार पर पहुंचाया। May I request the Honorable Minister of Finance, Shri Arun Jaitley, to kindly address us.
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आदरणीय मंत्रीगण, अधिकारीगण, भारतीय उद्योग जगत का नेतृत्व, विभिन्न बहुराष्ट्रीय कंपनियों के प्रतिनिधिगण और मित्रों, मैं श्री रविशंकर प्रसाद जी का और डिजिटल टीम इंडिया का
खबरों की दुनिया में आइए, हमारे साथ कहीं भी और कभी भी जुड़िए। हम मिलेंगे फेसबुक पर, हम दिखेंगे यूट्यूब पर, हमें फॉलो कीजिए ट्विटर पर। खबरों के साथ बने रहिए रात दिन।